we're good.
Okay, so we're calling to order the Brighton Digital Archives Committee of Council meeting for today, June 22nd. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. For our viewers who are expecting our superstar Beth Bruder, she sends her regrets. So we have an alternate cast for the day. Approval of agenda.
So moved.
Mary and Ralph. Yes, Ralph, I saw you blink. Super. Has anybody been making a severe amount of money off of this and has to declare a pecuniary interest? I thought not. Approval of minutes from the last meeting. Great.
Oh,
Hyacinth
good.
and Joe. Super. Any
Blink,
delegations?
they're nodding.
We appear to not have any delegations. Do we have any correspondence?
Yes, I have correspondence.
Woohoo!
Okay, I don't know if everyone was involved, but that there was somebody who wanted Carol Ring's book,
Yes.
and her name was Linda Smith, and she wrote to, I think it was you, Catherine.
Yes.
And she wrote, the sunny Texas weather is forecasting rain from Sunday through next Sunday. Thanks for checking with Carol. As you know, I love the history of my home area of Trenton and surrounding areas. My grandparents sold their farm on the English Settlement Road when they retired and bought a small home on Division Street. I remember walking through downtown Brighton. Sweet memories. Thanks for all you do to keep the memories alive. Then I heard back from Carol, and she said, I have sent a book to Linda Smith in Texas. She said she was a descendant of the Proctors and Butlers as well as the Sanfords. I replied that there are streets named after all of them as well as a creek. She's an interesting lady. Thank you for putting me in contact with her. The throw you gave me certainly keeps me warm while watching TV in the evenings. Thank Carol.
Aw,
Oh,
So there you go.
thanks for that. That's great. Reports, business. Ralph, do you have some equipment updates for us?
all of our Brian Todd funded equipment has been received, unboxed, and put into an inventory. And I think you all have copies of that inventory report. Yeah, it's great. My biggest surprise was the light stands. They're like massive light stands. They're hard to lift. We have 4 of them. They're very, very professional. Very good things. And the reflectors were way bigger than I expected. And we have to learn how to use this stuff. So I hope we can find a day when the usual crew can go out and do some setups in outdoor locations and consider how we're going to work with the wind and the sun and the shade and the new camera.
Okay.
So I'd like to find a date for that. But it may not be till we're all feeling really safe about the COVID conditions. Maybe towards the end of July, middle of July.
Tom, is there any direction from the municipality on things like this?
Not right now. Like, it's so up in the air, right? Even last night at council, I think something came up about timelines, and it's just like, I think you're probably right to say later July. From what I hear, we might be moving into the second phase or whatever it's called in the first week of July. So that would be, as far as I know, increasing the outdoor limits of gatherings.
So maybe that means we can start shooting in July for our next project.
I would think so.
So maybe early July would be a better time to explore the equipment.
So
And
we
then-
have 5 people who would be involved, probably, Ralph?
Yeah, 1,
Ish.
2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6.
I think that would be fine anyway then. I think you're allowed under 10 right now.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you're right. I'm just looking it up.
Okay,
So maybe we'll have some work group conversations about doing this and work towards getting some more stuff shot before the end of July and into August. Yes.
super.
Yeah, it says outdoor social gatherings, organized public events for up to 10 people.
That's right now.
So, yeah, we're good.
Okay,
We've had both our shots. We're good.
I get mine on Tuesday, the
Excellent.
second shot.
We're good.
I can book starting Monday, but I'm just hoping that it's next week sometime. I think everybody's just anxious to get it and just
Get it over with.
move the country forward. It's cool. So that's it for the equipment update, Ralph, and that's a good idea to do a test run of that.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And again, thanks to the Brian Dodd group. This is a game changer for us and the municipality. Social media update. We launched the Brighton Town Trivia Tuesdays with Caroline Birch, who's a summer employee of the municipality of Brighton, stellar ambassador for the municipality. She's a lot of fun to work with, has really good ideas and executes them well. So we're going to post a trivia. The municipality is going to post a trivia question on its Facebook and Instagram accounts every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and at 6:02 p.m. we will post the image and the story that the trivia question refers to. So it's almost simultaneous, but not quite. Caroline is also starting to populate our Instagram account. So we're moving on in that, and she says that she hopes that brings in a new audience for us. So moving forward on that, and with a lot of help from Caroline and support from the municipality, so also really good. Any questions on that? Super. Drone discuss. Sorry, Ralph.
While we're still on social media, the accessibility shoot went very well, and we're past that week now. And I think that the Facebook numbers look pretty good.
Super.
Well into the 2,000.
Really great. And thanks for
And
that,
tho-
Ralph, because
and
we
those
can
are
say we
viewed.
did it, but you did it.
Thank you.
Drone discussion. It's yeah, Ralph, you want to take that one? We don't really have much to discuss.
We've
but-
canceled 2 drone launch dates because of weather. One was raining and the other one was like we had 30 to 40 kilometer an hour winds that we would have had to deal with. We want it to be a nice, calm day. So we're choosing Thursday.
We'd like the drone to survive the first flight. So it's
Mhm.
Brighton, I remember Hyacinth and Joe interview schedule. And Ralph, if I think you have some stuff on that. Hyacinth and Joe, do you want to start?
Okay, we still have one video to edit. So anytime, Ralph, you're ready, then, we're more than happy. to
Yes.
help out.
I'm sorry I haven't responded to your email about that. I've just been flopping around ideas in my head. And I think once we get into July, we should be able to find some time to do that.
Okay.
My only problem is that my music schedule is starting to pick up for the summer. So I'm getting a lot of outdoor bookings at retirement homes, and I have that to contend with right now.
Well, whatever works for you, we'll make it work.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. We've done 2 pre-interviews already, and both of those people are good to go. We have 2 more next week.
no, one this.
One more this week and one next week.
Right.
And then one tentatively for the beginning of July. So we should have 5 ready to go. And other people are giving us names so that we do have more to go in the fall. So we should be busy with the videos with that.
So 5 pending and 1 awaiting editing.
Yes.
Super. Anything else on that?
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Website updates. Ralph, I'm not really sure what Beth was referring to on that. You want to just,
could just say generally, we're working with our image library now, and we're starting to figure out a way of moving versions of all of our images over to our website so that we can use the website as a metadata storage facility and make it possible for us to actually find things. But it's we have a long path to tread down, and it will take a while. And we'll have to do a lot of talking to one another to figure out how to get that going, and whether or not we're going to need additional help to get where we want to be in a reasonable amount of time.
One other thing you just discovered, Ralph, and it's highly technical, so I'm going to try to remove some of that. When we posted some of the photos, particularly the barn photos, we posted them in a very high-res format that takes up a lot of room. We've since discovered that we can put that in a low-res format without compromising the viewer's experience, which will give us a tremendous additional amount of room on our website. Which
Yeah, I think our photo size will go from it'll go down to about 10% of the size that we have there now, and we should still be able to see it quite nicely on. I think when we started loading those things early in our history, we thought this was going to be our storage facility for photos, and it's not. And we don't need the high resolution that we thought we would need. So we're going to save a lot of space doing that.
And that'll negate the need for us / the municipality to upgrade our Vita plan at this time. So that's a savings for everybody, and just a more efficient way of using it. But again, like Ralph said, a lot of work ahead to achieve that. So we're making not small, we're making advances on it. Memory Junction. What are we doing with that? That's on the.
Why is it on the list?
I don't know. So can we defer, since we don't know, can we defer that to the next meeting when Beth is here?
Yeah, Beth may have had some ideas. I think she may have been approached about something.
Okay. Is that okay, Tom, to do?
Absolutely.
Okay. History event, we're still talking, but we're still waiting for, much like every other festival going on, we're waiting to see what we can do based on guidelines and the Ontario Reopening Act and everything else. So is there any update on that from anybody?
I think our concern was losing that budget chunk that we have set aside for that, which is like over $3,000.
So we did have some ideas, and again, that's not so much reliant on the ability to have an event, but more reliant on our familiarity with the equipment. So we'll unveil those later, but there's still something percolating there. Is that fair, Ralph? Yeah, Tom?
Yeah.
I was just going to ask, is this in coordination with the Heritage Committee? Is that the same event that we're talking about, or is that a different event?
Normally what we do is we have a history open house to coincide with History Week in February, and we involve a lot of different organizations.
Okay.
But I don't know what the Heritage
The Heritage Committee might have been the ones that started this thing.
Yeah.
I think originally, because I've heard them speak of it, and then I've heard it always refer back to sort of you guys.
Yeah.
And so I'm just basically, that's just for me, like, I'm just trying to gauge where those lines are drawn so that I can kind of communicate back and forth.
I think the lines are blurred in terms of, I mean, there's an organizer, and that's gone back and forth in the last several years. It's been the Brighton Digital Archives. But it's really a joint effort between everybody. So the lines do get kind of blurred. I mean, Dan Buchanan comes in with a presentation sometimes on the Thursday and Sunday of that week. Again, it's back in the olden days when we could sit shoulder to shoulder with people and have an event. So
Yeah.
it's still on our books. We still want to do something, but like everything else, who knows what we can do. but we're thinking.
Catherine,
Yeah,
could I make a suggestion that we invite the chair of the heritage so that we, are not working in our own silos, but working together, because it's supposed to be both heritage and digital archives. And it was heritage that started this. I was on the heritage committee then.
I think it'd be great to have a conversation with the chair of the heritage for that and a whole bunch of other reasons. Just,
Yes.
yeah. So absolutely. Right.
Would we send an invitation then? Get Tom maybe to, you do the minutes for the heritage, Tom?
Yep.
So
Yeah, I
want
could
a
just,
motion then to, or do you just want to do it?
yeah, I'll just do it. I mean, I'll just, so it looks like maybe August then for you. Typically we take the summers off, right, from meetings. But
At least one.
yeah, because of this year, we're trying to have some in July and some in August, to give everyone a little bit of a love,
When does Heritage meet again?
I
I think it's early in the month, isn't it?
usually meet the first Monday.
And they won't be meeting in July.
Nope. Oh, they moved it to, let's see. I'm not seeing it in my calendar here, but they did move it. I think they moved it to later in that month. Anyway, I'll follow up with that. And I'll just send them the chair an email and see if he's willing to participate at the next Digital Archives meeting.
Yeah. Just further to that, could there be something that the ideas could come from all of the heritage members before the chair comes to speak, so that he or she, I'm not sure who's the chair now.
It's Dave Cutler, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, he's back as chair. Okay. So that the whole committee has different ideas that he could bring forward. Would that better than just the chair speaking on his own? And you could do that probably with an email to all the members, right, Tom?
Yep. They can all just sort of prepare some ideas and funnel them through.
Mm-hmm.
Does this committee like that idea? Because I don't necessarily think, and I'm not putting the chair down, but more ideas are better that we can sort out to see how we can work with heritage.
The ideas are the most important part of this, because we've been thinking about it for a while, and we've had few ideas that we thought would work. So yeah, talk is what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So would it be good to give the Heritage Advisory Committee a little bit more time to do that, because they meet in July? Would it be fair to bring this up at our committee at the August meeting, as Tom suggested?
Sure.
We can get our heads together, they can. It helps that our chair and their chair live several houses away from each other.
Yeah. Well, a few more than a house or two.
And see each other daily on walks, so that helps a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to look up the date here just to confirm, because before we get too far thinking ahead, I don't know, I believe they moved it to the second week, but I'm just gonna check it out here.
You know what? The summer is upon us, and it's going to pass quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In fact, the temperatures today kind of indicate it already has.
Yeah.
Just bear with me. I'm just going back into the minutes here and see what they said.
Ralph, can you do a little performance just while we're waiting? Because our viewers are going to get bored.
Oh,
Like we're losing them already. Our Nielsen shares are going right down the.
The union says no.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is Applefest a go? Because I saw an advertisement for it, I thought. Does anyone?
they're meeting tomorrow to talk about that actually. So
So
we'll find out tomorrow.
Sorry? Sorry?
We'll find out tomorrow because they're gonna basically discuss feasibility of either some sort of adjusted in-person event or just something like they did last year. So I think they're going to do something, but it's probably not going to be a full-fledged.
I saw it written somewhere and it had the dates and I thought, oh, that means it's a go. But I guess not then. Not for sure yet.
Not yet, not for sure. So their next meeting is actually August 9th.
Okay. I'm in a meeting.
Oh, look, we lost Mary.
I think she fell off her chair.
Yeah, looks like it.
It was kind of abrupt. I don't know what's happening in Gosport. Maybe an earthquake. Are we good on that? Are we moving forward from the history event?
So the next Heritage Committee meeting is August 9th.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and you need to drop by to get.
if we had your regular meeting towards the end of August, that would still work because we could get them to discuss it at their meeting and bring it over to yours.
Okay. So Mary, in your absence, we decided we're not working with the Heritage Advisory Committee at all.
I had an idea, but I don't know if it would work. You know that the library has a pop-up library in the summertime. Could we do something in each one of the, say Gosport could have some place where you could just go and see about fishing, some codring, something. I'm just running things through my head. Could that work? Where, because that wouldn't, we wouldn't be inviting crowds, but they could go on a tour of all these places if we had some kind of a pamphlet or leaflet.
At this stage, anything's on the table and anything I think can be removed based on restrictions. It's really, it's so week to week and day to day, isn't it?
Right.
I like that. I like the idea of kind of celebrating the 7 original villages, including Cankerville, which is vastly underrated.
Well, I think that's the attraction, because people, as soon as they hear Cankerville and Dusty Bend,
so I think anything like that.
then we could send them down, because Ralph already knows where Johnny's Wharf is, Johnny Proctor's, right? And you?
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I don't know, you might be able to make that work. And the people could dress in costumes even, a fisherman in his oilskins and whatever, mending a net, a farmer in some antique, different kinds of tools that they used many years ago. I don't know. Somebody making
Ralph,
cheese.
I think it boils down to time too. Coordinate. Anyway, it's all good ideas.
Yeah, and what's the product and how are we going to share it? If we're not doing anything live, it's got to turn into something that has to be disseminated.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see what pops up from the meetings.
I can only think of one idea per year, so I will. I'll try another one next year.
We're not dismissing your idea, Mary.
No,
I
it's,
don't-
it's, I can tell when Ralph, it's like, how do we do that? What are the technical aspects and then some marketing and getting everybody together? But, you know, we and together we can accomplish a lot. So let's just see where it goes with the Heritage Advisory Committee and see what they think.
Yeah, there might be some other form of that even, or whatever. You know, they say great minds think alike,
Yeah.
but they say fools never differ.
It'll
Anyways,
be- let's see what comes up.
yep.
Tom, the BDA strategic plan, that's Beth's as well. So can we defer it?
Yes, we can.
I can say that we're working towards it and we're meeting the goals, but it's not official yet. And the strategic plan relates to data storage and cataloging, archival cataloging, not the bigger strategic plan that the municipality would probably want to weigh in on. This is just simply how we're handling what we have, how we access it, and how we make sure that the public will be able to access it as well. Is that correct, Ralph?
Mhm.
Okay, but we'll talk more about that. So it's anything else we haven't brought up? Hyacinth, Joe, Ralph? I'm afraid to ask Mary because she'll come up with another idea.
No, next year.
One year.
Next year.
Tom, anything we need to know from your crew?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
summertime.
We've been busy, you know, we've been doing a
Summertime.
lot.
Summertime should be our busiest time, especially now.
It should be,
Mm.
but things didn't work out that way. But we have been busy. We're doing a lot of behind the scenes house cleaning, I think. Ralph's working on a major project with our images and anyway, it's all good. It's all good moving forward, new ideas. I think we need a July meeting because of the things we've just deferred. Is that okay with everyone?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna check my calendar here, make sure.
20, be the 27th.
Yeah,
20
that works. That works for me.
Okay, 27th of July. Everybody good on that?
Yep, I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Anything we've missed? Anything we need to update on? So I
Yeah,
think
I just want, may I speak about going back to what Ralph said earlier? It went excellent, the whole thing with the accessibility. And Nicole did a great job when she came to council and they showed one of them. I don't know, Ralph, did you hear her speak that night?
No. I should listen to that.
Anyways, council and mayor and staff were very impressed, and others afterwards told me they went back and watched them all and everybody really appreciated it. And for the most part, as far as I know, Ralph did 99.9% of the work or 98.9 or whatever.
all of
Pretty
it.
close to
No,
100%.
Catherine was very involved.
So, yeah, but she just tagged on, right?
Mhm.
No, thank you, Catherine, too, for all the work you did editing and all, but she told me that you deserve all the praise. And so thank you so much, Ralph, for everybody. Just I'm speaking for the accessibility people, how pleased they were, but also from council. You did a lot of work in a short period of time. And I think Nicole did an excellent job presenting that to council. So it's just another way that we get the message out. And thank you also, Tom, for all the work you put into it too. And whoever else did, I wasn't involved in it, so I don't know who did all the work, but I was told that Ralph did most of it. So I'm going with that. So thank you all.
Thank you.
We're done.
We're done.
We're adjourned.
Shortest meeting ever.
Do we need a motion or can I just call it
You
quits.
you can just call it.
We're done, kids. Thanks so much. Good to see you all.
You too.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Tom.